And yes, you have indeed arrived here at the K.O.E. Nation for this very long time coming review of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Cider. Folks, I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands. One damn handsome man, if I do say so myself. Your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., and we are here for this very special, long time coming review. In fact, this is a very old bottling of Tennessee cider. And to get into the information here, folks, this calls for, yes, folks, the glasses of extreme. Now, folks, of course, here at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter, I'm never promoting, self-promotion. This is one that I've wanted to get into, but just never had the opportunity. Jack Daniel's Winter Jack Original Recipe Tennessee Cider. A seasonal blend of apple cider liqueur and Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. 15% alcohol by volume, 30 proof, caramel colored. And so we've got, on one side, Jack Daniel's Winter Jack is a seasonal blend made perfect with our apple cider liqueur. The taste of warm winter spices and Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 Tennessee whiskey. An original recipe from Jack's home, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Then on the other side, made with original Jack Daniel's Old No. 7. Best served warm when it's cold. Share with friends and family. And on the back here, it's very small print, but I will find it. Okay, gotta get the right light. Tennessee cider. Best served warm. There is something special almost every season in Lynchburg. Even the cold of winter has its own charm. We like to spend it gathered with family and friends, sharing a warm Tennessee cider crafted from an original family recipe. Now, we are proud to share this family tradition with you. So, without further ado, folks, this calls for the Spyderco Harpy. Be sure to check out the review of this on K.O.E. Nation on YouTube. Coming soon if it's not already up, folks. Now, without further ado, I'm very, very curious about this particular spirit. Interesting. So 15% alcohol by volume, so that's a very strong wine or fortified wines. So this is not going to be terribly high in its alcohol content. Probably very manageable on the palate. It just depends on what kind of apple flavoring you get. Okay, that's very candy. That's very candy. Like that's apple candy, almost Jolly Rancher. Only picking up the tiniest hint of ethanol, but not much. Interesting. I'm quite curious how this one's going to go down the palate, so slanjava. Okay, that is delightful. That is pleasant. You're not getting much on the palate in terms of like ethanol at all. You're just getting pleasant apple and a little bit of a... Okay, there with a little bit bigger drink, I got some ethanol, but not much. Again, it's like in wine, you hardly get any alcohol, so this is like a very strong wine. Interesting. Interesting. I am not quite sure how I would even go about grading this. Very sweet, tiny bit of bitter on the back, but not much. It's really just sweet and delightful. Now, this is at room temperature. They recommend having it warm, which I will definitely try sometime. I'm also curious how it... I bet this would actually serve quite well chilled. I think them marketing this as a wintertime drink might be the tiniest bit misguided. I think with the right marketing, you actually got a pretty nice summer drink there. Hey, not telling Jack Daniel's how to run their business, but just a recommendation. I think there's more marketability here than meets the eye. Because, yeah, the palate is utterly approachable. Like, there's no one that's going to be offended by this. Like, even people who don't drink alcohol would be able to at least palate this and not like do that when they drink it. So, interesting. So we are going to grade this as a liqueur, and I'm trying to think what else we could even grade it as. I mean, as a hard cider, I suppose. Which that's not exactly fair, but I mean, if you got a better way to grade this, let me know in the comments. So we're going to stick with hard cider. We're going to stick with liqueur because it's sort of got a foot in both, but not quite either. Can't really grade it as a Tennessee whiskey. That's not fair. We're going to grade this. Can't really grade it shelving, but the secret third question. So, in terms of a liqueur, this accomplishes what a liqueur is designed to do. Hide the ethanol while giving you a pleasant palate experience, and this accomplishes that. So I'm giving this 4.25 as a liqueur. Yeah, this is spectacular. Wow, Jack Daniels, you don't really even know what you made here. I'm sure they do. They're like, oh, Phil, try it warm, mixed with some nice drink, when it's super cold out, and get back to us and see if you didn't score a little low. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. As a hard cider, I'm going to give it 2.5, right in the middle, because it's very hard to quantify or qualify. But I do feel that it at least deserves to be mentioned in any conversation. In terms of the secret third question, will I seek this bottle out when this one runs empty? I remember paying about $15 for this back in 2020. Yeah, I've been hanging on to this for a minute or two. And yeah, I think if their Tennessee cider is anything like this, if their Winter Jack is anything like this, I'll probably keep it in my wintertime rotation. This is some excellent stuff. It's a little oily, but like there's other liqueurs that are like almost medicinal oily. This is delightful in comparison. So, folks, I would say this is, depending on the price, a definite recommend. And if you like hot alcohol drinks, this one will probably swing right where you need it to. So, folks, as I'm known to say, all that being said, thank you for joining us here for this long time coming review of Jack Daniels Winter Jack. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands. One damn thing. Say so myself. Your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., which you can, of course, find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and now Twitter-X, depending on your political persuasion, as well, folks. I hope all of you make it back here to the K.O.E. Nation happy, healthy, much the wiser. Raise a glass to yourselves. God bless every last one of you. Can't wait to see you back here at the K.O.E. Nation. God bless. Well.